Hello everyone, this is Ronnie, and as you know, some of you know, I run the UK Fruitfest, and something that comes up sometimes is a criticism that people make is, or just an opinion, I guess, is that people say, why would you go to a fruit festival when you could take the money that you spend on the fruit festival and you could go to Thailand or somewhere and eat fruit for a while? And you certainly could do that. Now, I've done both more than most people. I've been to more fruit festivals than basically anyone apart from maybe a few presenters. And I went as an attendee. Not, no, I don't get paid to go or anything. Um, I would be a much better presenter than a lot of the presenters at some of these events, but I'm not trying to push to be a presenter or whatever. I do present at my own event a little bit. Um, I've been to more. I've been to loads of these events, and I've also been in the tropics a bit. You know, not as much as been to fruit festivals, but I've been to Thailand a couple of times, to Chiang Mai in Thailand, which is a popular place for people to go. I've been to Vietnam. I've been to Florida, the south of Spain. So these are not quite the tropics, but they are that kind of area. And yeah, and I'll probably go again to some places like that. I'm trying to think of a few other places I might have been. Yeah, no, that's so I've been in those climates and those places and bought the fruit and all that. And if I'm honest, like the first time I heard people talk about going to Thailand and the fruit in Thailand was so good was Durian Rider, who made Thailand out to be this magical place where the fruit was all incredible and on another level to the normal fruit that you eat. And so I was pretty excited to go there and experience this. And I went to Thailand years ago, 2012 or something, 2013, and the fruit tasted like fruit. Now, I'm not saying it tasted bad, but the fruit tasted like fruit. And I was like, wait, this isn't much different to the... Because what you have this idea maybe that one of the reasons if you're struggling on the diet or if you're not enjoying it or whatever it is, that you think maybe it's the quality of the fruit and the fruit quality isn't good enough. So you want to go somewhere where there's this like magical better fruit, you know. So I went to Thailand and I realised the fruit tasted like fruit. The bananas tasted like bananas, but not as good as the bananas that we get here. So if you go to like Thailand, I'm not saying that you can't get better. If you go to the farm or you go to some special place or like some secret out of the way location that no one else has ever seen or whatever, you might find something. And I know that a lot of people have used this argument like, oh, when I'm in the tropics I stay raw and when I'm not I can't because the fruit's not good enough. That's baloney, you know, that's bogus. That's they are not raw in the tropics, I'll tell you that. So the fruit in the tropics, the bananas taste like bananas. Like I don't want to bust any of your dreams. It's a nice trip to go out to these places. They have a nice climate. The people are nice, but the bananas are bananas, but not as good as the bananas that you get if you're in the US or the UK or Europe. We get better bananas. In general, as I'm saying, if you go to the farm or something, or you go to some special market, maybe there is a rare variety of bananas, but mostly in Thailand you get these bananas that are like in a circular thing, the bunches, almost like a circular thing, and a lot of smaller bananas, and they're just bananas, you know. Bananas taste like bananas, which they taste great, but they just taste like bananas. The mangoes are pretty good. So if you're a real mango lover, the mangoes are pretty good. They're not as good as the Pakistani mangoes that we get here. I mean, they're not in the same league as that I get, like across the road. They're not in the same league as that, but they're you know, they're Thai bananas. They've got some okay mangoes in Thailand. They've got some good mangoes in Thailand. They're not as good as the Pakistani mangoes that we had thousands of at the UK Fruitfest last year. They're not in the same league, but they're okay. And I had a particular batch of mangoes in Thailand that had a really profound experience on me. Like I had a really good meal of mangoes, and I'm not sure what it was, the flavour or something. So I've had good experiences with fruit in Thailand, but in general, the Namdok mango, they have a good flavour. A yellow mango, they're good. Um, Obviously, big, loads of calories, good stuff, but they're not quite on the same league as Pakistani mangoes or Indian mangoes. So that's fine. Um, and we get decent mangoes here all the time anyway, I feel. So then looking at other things, they have good papaya for sure, and it is cheaper. They have the durian. They have obviously the durian. The durian isn't particularly cheap. One of my friends is over in Chiang Mai right now. He's getting two pods of durian for about £10, which is about $12 or $13 for two pieces. So that would be about $300 a month if you want to live on. Well, if you wanted to live on durian, then you're talking about $600, $700, $800 a month. So you're probably not going to live on durian. Maybe you can find a connection who doesn't charge you the high prices for the white people prices or whatever, but who knows. So you've got that. The durian is good. It's good to have jackfruit. We don't get a lot of jackfruit here. You can get it, but we don't. So definitely we don't get jackfruit. But mangosteen is good. Lychee, longan, these are good fruits. So they have good fruits, but they taste like fruit. Like to me, these were all like other fruits. Some of them that I don't have regularly, some of them that I do. But I didn't really think a lot of them were superior fruits to what we get here. You could argue that pineapples are mostly better there, I would say. But I can go across the road to the shop and I can get persimmon, bananas, pineapples, mangoes, cherries, blueberries. What else did I see today? All sorts of grapes all year long, loads of different grapes, all types. In the summer we have more stone fruits, and we also have better vegetables. They don't have great vegetables there. They don't have great tomatoes and stuff, and avocados and stuff. So avocados, tomatoes, salad, and personally I don't need much more than that. I mean I like variety, but bananas are a consistent base of my diet. I like to have a good salad every day, but I don't have too many ingredients in the salad, and I still enjoy it. And I like to have a little bit of variety with other fruits. Persimmons I'm really enjoying when I'm getting them at the moment. Mangoes now and again. Grapes, orange juice is a favourite as well. So I'm not into like I would never have a diet where I have like durian one day, jackfruit the next day, mangosteen the next day, something else the next day. Like to me, I would always probably base my diet on bananas wherever I am, or mangoes. In Thailand, I might base it more on mangoes, which would be a bit of a difference. But I might actually I probably prefer bananas to mangoes as the staple of my diet anyway. So the big staple of the diet, I'm quite happy with the bananas I get here. They're excellent, and yeah, after that, all of it's kind of like the same fruit as you get all over the world: apples, oranges, grapes, melons. We get that all over the place. We get fantastic melons here. We get fantastic stone fruit here. So when people make this big point about the fruit and going to these places for the fruit, it's a little bit of a disappointment, personally. Now, I think a difference would be if you are a durian lover and you go to the places where the durian is good. That's a difference, because you're not going to get that in other places. You can order durian in. Chempedak as well is another amazing fruit. So they have these amazing fruits out there that you can't get, and that's absolutely true. So if you're looking for that experience and you go to the right places at the right times of year, and maybe you go on the durian tour with Lindsay, or you go on Grant's retreat and he can show you the good places, then you'll find the good places and you'll get that experience. For me personally, it's not a big deal for me, like whether I have durian or not, whether I had jackfruit or not, or chempedak or not. I like it, and if you offered it to me, I would take it for sure. And if there was a party and it was there, it would probably be what I would take, because I don't get it that often. But it's not a big difference maker for me in terms of my life or lifestyle. I think I would like to try and live on it for a while and see if it made you feel different, to have more tropical fruits. But I'm not that concerned about it. Now, as I say, I've been out to these places. It's great to see places that have durian on the trees and all these different tropical fruits. It's great. It's a great climate. I would probably like to live in a place like that. I don't know forever or for long term, but I would certainly like to try living there more and see how it suits me or whatever. But these places are not fruit and vegan paradises. Like, they are places where people eat a conventional diet, and so you're surrounded by the same situation of people eating all sorts of food, and it doesn't matter there's blazing sunshine, there's still people barbecuing, and there's weird cooked meats and cooked foods all over the place, so these places are not somehow, because there's 100 fruitarians there out of a city of like hundreds of thousands or millions of people, it doesn't really make it a fruitarian place to be, or a raw vegan place to be, or a vegan place to be, or whatever. But these are, travel destinations that maybe there's more. Maybe you can find more raw vegans. I kind of feel like you can probably find raw vegans wherever you go if you actually make the effort to, or people interested in it. Now, in contrast, my experience of going to these places was good, and even when I went to Chiang Mai, it was for Fruit Winter, or it wasn't called Fruit Winter then, but it was, my friend Connor was bringing people together, so I was with people, and even then, comparing it to Woodstock, I was like, this is not on the same planet, this experience. Even with the durian and the different stuff, it was just not the same thing at all. To me, the Woodstock Fruit Festival was a special experience, and a special community, and a bubble, and a place where you go and everyone's into the same thing. And it is an escape from the world for a little while to a world that we would maybe like to see more of. And it was so special and beautiful, and the people, and the first year I went to Woodstock, the fruit was like rubbish, right? And it was that's a bit strong, but it was basically like they didn't have enough fruit and a lot of it ran out. Nowadays the fruit is like amazing at Woodstock, right? Every day it's like you're spoiled. You're eventually like, more mamey sapote. Oh god, I can't have any more figs. Can't have any more of these fantastic fresh figs. Oh, Martha's Best papaya. I've had 20 of them already. Can't be bothered. You actually get like totally ungrateful about it. But the food at Woodstock's amazing now. But I went to Woodstock and I realised that this community and these people are special, and this whole diet and something about it is kind of special. So I ended up going to, for years, a whole bunch of other festivals: Denmark, Spain, Slovenia. I should have went to them more, really. Like, a lot of them only went to a few times. But I guess when I started the UK Fruitfest, that took up way more time and attention than I realised, so I didn't get to go to these other things as much. So that was, I guess that was the way it was, and every place I went was fantastic. Slightly different, but same community, wonderful people. The diet seems to bring something out in people as well, and the community feeling, this experience, the togetherness, the making friendships, just fantastic. You turn up on the first day, you don't know anyone, and by the end of it, you've had these deep and meaningful D&Ms, is what my friend Benny calls them. If you know who I'm talking about, say something below. Benjamin from Australia. D&Ms, deep and meaningful conversations with all these people on the same journey as you, and it is profound. It's amazing, and you're all together in a place away from the world a little bit, and sharing all this stuff together. And man, I used to get so excited. I still do, but I would turn up at a fruit festival, and this excitement in me was like an energy, you know, a real palpable energy, because I was so excited to be there. And maybe my mistake was putting on my own festival, because I kind of not lost the excitement, but I developed like an extra stress in my life, and and that made it and that made life less enjoyable for a while, until I kind of got more of a handle on it. But yeah, I was those festivals transformed me. None of that would have happened just going and bumming around Thailand. I'm sorry, but I know that people like it and do that, and especially a lot of young guys, they want to do their own thing and be their own man. And you should go and find the mentors and the leaders at these events that will show you how to do this lifestyle long term and properly, and keep you away. The amount of young guys I see that do stuff that's wild. You know, oh, I'm going to do a 7 day dry fast and break it with urine. Like, that's freaking ridiculous that people would try stuff like that. This is like a weird extreme male mentality thing, and some women do it too. Um, but guys sometimes feel like they have to prove something. They have to, like, I don't know. Sometimes you just have to humble yourself sometimes and realize you don't know what you're doing, and learn from the people that have went before you. You know, there's a lot of ego stuff there. For me personally, I've always been happy to humble myself, sit down, listen, take away all my false expectations and all my previous ideas and what I think should be right, and listen to the guy that knows what he's talking about, or the lady. And sit and listen. And if I'm looking to learn about the fruit diet, I wanted to listen to Doug Graham for fitness and things. I was listening to Harley or Tim Van Orden. When it came to children and parenting, I was listening to Karen Ramsey. When it came to, like, the whole looking after the spine stuff, I was listening to Robert Lockhart a lot on that, and different people, you know, that I would listen to on all these subjects and be happy, like, I'm not the expert, but too many people think they know it all. Yeah, so anyway, but I know it's tempting. The call for adventure of travel is so appealing to people. It fuels a $1 trillion industry, the travel industry. People don't think about spending all this money on plane flights and hotels and all these things to just go to another place. Like, they think they're going to be a different person. You're not going to be a different person out there. You're going to be the same person with all the same problems. You're just going to be in a different place, in a park, probably with some sunlight, eating fruit, and that's nice. But it's a holiday, you know. It's not life or whatever, unless you can make it a lifestyle out there. And even then, I just always saw these. I feel sorry for people sometimes when I go on Instagram or Facebook, and these people have went out to, like, whether it's Thailand or whatever, or Hawaii or Costa Rica. Like, I know I would enjoy it in a way, like, because I'm working, I've got stuff to do. But a lot of people are just doing it to escape from a life they don't like, and a life that they've not built yet. And that scares me, in a sense, to see people doing that, and I know how boring it is. I know how bored they are, how they're trying to make this Instagram reality and everything. But the fruit festivals, you almost don't see a lot of videos or images from, because people are having such a great time. They're not taking Instagram pictures and videos and stuff that much. You know, the festivals are a whole other level. Now, that doesn't mean you should come to my festival, although I think you should, because it's the best one. It might be the best one, I don't know, but it's a really good one, and we look after you and all that. But I think that those events are way better than going to Thailand. So if there's one in, hopefully others will start, but obviously the Woodstock one's the biggest one. UK Fruitfest is probably going to be, it's probably going to get bigger than Woodstock, to be honest. If we want, we'll probably get bigger than Woodstock. And these are the two festivals. Canada has turned into Canada Vegan Fest. It might, I think it's going to stay raw, but I don't know. If I don't know 100%. I don't know if they're. I don't know how that's going to work, but it's going to. I think it's going to serve raw food. Whether vegans will like that or not, I don't know, because vegans and raw foodists are not the same thing all the time. But anyway, that is my opinion, and if you've got a different opinion, I'd like to hear it. If you legitimately went to Woodstock and you've went to like Chiang Mai, Thailand, and spent a month there, I'd love to hear your opinion about which one was better. And the idea that people spend less money going to Thailand, if you go there to live and you're working, then yeah. But if you don't, if you're not working, if you don't have some kind of income or job there, then you're missing out on a month of income working in the United States or the UK or Europe. You're missing out on that income. You're living off your savings, and you might be trying to put something together, some kind of online income, but you should try and create that before you go anywhere else, you know, because you're going to find way more support and help and guidance from people in a place like the US, where you've probably got a ton of people around you who are doing stuff like that you can go and meet and be with before you go away to somewhere else. Anyway, you know, for me personally, I don't think your environment should affect your happiness too much. That should come from within and from what you're doing. Me and Aubrey have a lot of, my girlfriend, we have a lot of debate on this, because she really wants to be in a warm place by a beach and all that. That's what she that's what she wants 100%. And I don't mind that. I just want to be in a place where I can working on the festival, working on my music, working on my coaching, working on helping other people out that I do. You know, I want to be able to do that and contribute. I also like the idea of creating local events. I love events. I love bringing people together. You know, so I don't know if I can do that so well, just wandering around like a hermit in in Thailand or India or whatever. So anyway, that, as I say, it's my opinion. I'd love to hear what you think. If you went to Woodstock and you're like, I didn't like that experience, I prefer going to Thailand, that's great. I would be surprised if anyone preferred just purely traveling in Asia to go into something special like a festival. I'd really be surprised. But I understand it's I could do a whole other video about the fact that you're not saving money as well, like by deciding not to go to UK Fruitfest or thingy. I understand you can get a flight to Thailand for 300 or 400 or 500 pounds. Of course, you have to get a flight back as well, which is probably going to be about the same price. But when you start adding on all the accommodation and stuff like that, all the other charges that come in travel, as I said, missing out on the fact of working, and the cost of things isn't that much cheaper, especially when it comes to durian and a few other things. So you might save money, you might, but you miss out on a whole lot more. And the first thing is the people. The people that you'll meet at the fruit festival is something else. So, kind of a long video. I always personally preferred the fruit festivals to just traveling. That's been my experience. That's my opinion, and I guess that's why I do a fruit festival. So, if you want to learn more about UK Fruitfest, go to fruitfest.co.uk/registration. I also have a free, well, potentially free for some of you, course coming up. You can get more details. We've got a webinar tomorrow about it. I'll put some links down below for all my stuff, and thanks for continuing to watch the videos and supporting the channel and everything else. Anyway, I'll see you in another video.